A very good afternoon to all of you, and I welcome to this Zoom meeting organized by Vivek-Disha. And we are meeting after such a long time. We were very busy trying to adjust with time and weather and heat. And so our entire routine was jeopardized. So we did not know when we are going to school, when we are not going to school, what would be the timings of our school. We were in a total confusion. So anyway, after a long time, we are again back. So we'll just wait for another couple of more minutes. Shipur Boys is also joining. So let them join and then we will start. But before we start, I would just like to know, what do you have for this, this unit? What is there in your syllabus? So if one of the students from Srirampur can share the syllabus. I have the book. I've got this book. So if you can tell me what is the syllabus, it would be great. We had, I remember, before the last time when we met, I think we were doing My Own True Family, Ted Hughes. And we have done this wonderful poem by Ted Hughes in the last class. But
Hello.
what is in your unit? Please, anyone.
Yes, sir. Srirampur Girls High School.
Yes, please.
আমাদের ইউনিটের লেসন 5 থেকে 8 পর্যন্ত আছে।
আচ্ছা, তো My Own True Family-টা এই ইউনিটে নেই।
না।
5 থেকে 8, তার মানে
Yes, sir.
Our Runway Kite, Sea Fever, The Cat or The Snail, তাই তো?
Yes, sir.
And this is your syllabus till your final exam.
No, this is the syllabus of our second unit.
Then what will you have for your final exam?
It's the whole book.
Oh, the whole. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please sit down. Okay, so as we know that we are having chapter 5 onwards till the last, that is 8th chapter, we are having as our syllabus, and we will also do a lot of things for spoken and communicative English. We will try to discuss certain things which deal with communication directly, written and oral communication. We will do all these things. Now, I will tell you a little bit about this author, Lucy Maud Montgomery. How many of you know about her? How many of you know about her? Where is she from? Which country? Tell me. Which country? Where is she from? Mike.
Srirampur Girls High School, sir.
Yes, tell me.
The author was from Canada.
Yes, she is a Canadian author. She is from Canada. And she has been a great, thank you. Please sit down. Please sit down. So Lucy was a novelist. She wrote essays. She wrote short stories. And of course, she wrote poetries. And she is very famous for her 1908 creation called Anne of Green Gables. Anne of Green Gables, which was a very popular novel, and it gave her popularity. And she had written around 20 novels, many more than 500 short stories, around 500 poems. She had written 30 essays. So she also wrote diaries and letters. As you can see, she belongs to a period which is from 1874 to 1942. That means she had seen both the world wars. Rather, the First World War, and at the fag end of her life, she was seeing the new war brewing up. It was not in a full-fledged form. but she had experienced the First World War, and that had affected her life. And she was a very, very politically motivated lady, and she had raised voices against violence, against cruelty, against inhuman conditions of the people. She had raised her voice. So she was a very socially active person. Apart from her writings, she was involved in a lot of movements. We are not going into the details. And during her period, we had the Spanish flu, which is considered to be the first replica of our COVID. Like it was like COVID, the Spanish flu, you must have heard about this. A Spanish flu COVID এর মতনই একটা অসুস্থতা ওই সময় হয়েছিল, and মন্টেগোমারি নিজে সে তাতে আক্রান্ত হয়েছিলেন। তো এই কয়েকটা কথা তোমাদের লুসি সম্পর্কে বলার পর, we will come to this story that we are dealing with, and that is our runaway kite. Our runaway kite এই সম্পর্কে বলার আগে তোমাদের ছোট্ট একটা ভিডিও দেখাবো। It's a different video. এটা একটা award winning film. Please see the video, and then we will discuss the video, and then we will go into the details of this short story. তোমরা অনেকেই হয়তো শর্ট স্টোরিটা পড়েও ফেলেছো, কিন্তু তবুও we will try to see the video and then relate it to the story that we are going to study. So please get ready to see the video. It's a film. It's an award-winning animated film, animation film. So I hope you will enjoy it. You'll love it, rather. I hope you can see the screen now. And we are starting the okay, I'm switching my mic off. When time will come, I will open and talk to you also. It's a 4 minutes film. Please see the film and then we will discuss the film. Okay? Are you all ready? Okay. Okay, so this was the film, and I would like to know, what did you understand from the film? What was it talking about? Like, what are the things that you have understood from the film? Even if you can't tell me the story, but I would like to know your reaction. Like, what do you feel about this film? Yes, we will start with
Srirampur
Srirampur Girls.
Girls?
Yes, yes, yes,
Sir,
yes. Tell me.
the film was really good, and we think that what we learned from it, we should not lose our hope. The main thing that
Okay, we should not lose hope. That is one. And anything else? Anything else you saw about
like
friendship, relationship?
that's true. Yeah, like we should always help others, and it will make us happy too.
You saw that connecting is very important. You know, to get into a
Yes, sir.
relationship is very important. And you saw how this the earthling, the girl, and the other small girl coming from space, how they became good friends, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
And
So
even she helped her selflessly.
yes, helping her selflessly. This selfless help, this is a quality of a good,
Personality,
of course, a good personality and a
good friendship.
good friendship. Yes, we are talking about friendship. Very good. Thank you so much for your answer. That was wonderful. That was succinct and very, very correct. Okay, can we have some response from Shibpur boys? Like, what do you feel about this film? What do you like the film? What was the information that you have received from the film? Any one boy from Shibpur, if you can tell me, please. Shibpur, তোমাদের সিনেমাটা কেমন লাগলো? মানে কি বুঝলে, কেমন লাগলো, কি কি খুঁজে পেলে তার মধ্যে থেকে, কি কি তোমাদের মানে তোমাদের নাড়া দিল, কি তোমাদের কি স্পর্শ করলো,
Sir,
এগুলো?
sir,
Yes, yes.
I saw that they two bonded over several phases and then they finally succeeded and they became friends through those phases.
Absolutely bonded through several failures. That's a very good observation, Shibpur boys. That's wonderful. The bonding was made through repeated failures in doing a project, whatever the project is. And they did not get separated. They did not fight. They came together. And this coming togetherness is something that was being celebrated. And the celebration of seeing the stars all glittering on the sky, on the night sky, that made the relationship more beautiful, extraordinary, isn't it? Anything else?
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want?
No, sir. I haven't been able to observe anything else.
Okay, that is fantastic. So the bonding is very important. The connection is very important. And the bonding that grew through failures, even if it is a failure or success, because then it was success at the end. And when they were successful, they could bond further from distance also, they could come together. Okay, thank you. Please sit down. Now, this runaway kite is a story of bonding, is a story of relationship. You must have already read the story. If you have read the story, then we will go into the critical analysis of the story. We won't go into the details of the story now. If you have read the story, please raise your hand if it has been already taught in your classes. Oh, it has not been taught in your classes. Srirampur girls, what do you want to say? It has been taught in your classes? Yes, please let me know.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it has already been taught in your classes. Okay, fine. What about Shibpur? Shibpur, এটা পড়ানো হয়েছে তোমাদের ক্লাসে? এই চ্যাপ্টারটি? Shibpur?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So because both the classes, those who are attending today's session, both the classes, they have already visited the story. They have known the story. Now, as you saw that the connection between the two girls, one from outer space and one from Earth, what was that object which bonded them? Can you tell me, what was that object that bonded them?
Sir,
Yes.
they both wanted to create something which could fly, and the little girl, so she can go to space.
Both were bonded with a machine that would fly, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. Sit down. So because of this bondage, so in the story, Runaway Kite, what is bonding? What is that object that is helping the different family members to bond up, to come
There's
together?
Srirampur Girls High School.
Yes, tell me.
The kite which was made by Claude and Philippa.
The kite which was made by Claude and Philippa. Very good. Now, how do you define that kite? What is that kite a symbol of? Can anyone tell me? What is this kite a symbol of? Usually, to me, don't go for the story. Usually, kite jodi boli, kite symbolic value taki. If I say this is a kite.
Sir, Shibpur SSPS.
Okay,
It is.
we will get the answer from both the girls and the boys. So first let the girl answer and then we will take it from the boy. Yes, Srirampur girls and then the boys. And boys, others also please contribute. Not one girl, not one boy. Yes.
Sir,
yes.
as per the story, we can see that the kite is a symbol of unity and hope.
Hope, unity. Anything else? Yeah,
And
please.
sir, I think the kite can be also the symbol of positivity and freedom.
Positive. Of course, a kite is always a symbol of freedom, and definitely it carries positive values. That is right. Anything else that you would like to add, Srirampur girls? Kite? Anyone else? Okay. Okay. Please sit down. Let me hear from the boys, Shibpur boys. Anyone else from Shibpur boys? Not one single boy. Others should also contribute. Keu bolo, what is okay. Tumi bolo. Yes, tumi bolo. Tumi bolo. Shibpur boys, there is one boy who wanted to yes.
Sir, I would also have liked to say freedom. The kite.
Achha, freedom. Arekta kite ta ki korche bolo to, what is it? Actually, it is connecting. To kite ta symbol hote pare kono ekta mane to try to reach someone, the aspiration to reach someone. যেমন আমরা অনেক সময় এরকম কি ভাবতে পারি কাইটটাকে?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay, very good. So this is an aspiration to reach somewhere and to touch someone. And that is what the kite does. How does the kite do that? We will listen to that now from Shipur boys, one of it. How does the kite achieve its goal? Anyone? What happened? What happened in the story?
The story, the kite got lost in the air, and then the kite flew towards the island where the author's author's aunt and their nephews resided, and they came to know the address of the authors, and
Aunt
then
and cousins.
yes, sir.
Ah.
And then they went to where they
So
were.
the connection was the kite flew and it got lost and it flew to the place where the aunt and the cousins were living, and they found the kite. And then the kite again connected them. So a kind of a runaway. What is runaway? What is runaway?
Way means something which ran away.
Yeah, something which ran away. But anyone else? Please sit down, Shipur boys, girls. What is runaway? Bolo, what is runaway? কে বলবে?
স্যার শ্রীরামপুর গার্লস
বলো।
রানওয়ে মানে হচ্ছে যে এমনিতে রাস্তা মানে দৌড়ে যাওয়ার পথ বা কিছু জীবনের পথ এক্ষেত্রে বোঝানো হয়েছে।
না, এখানে রানওয়ে মানে হচ্ছে যেটা আউট অফ কন্ট্রোল বা যেটা হারিয়ে যায়, যেটা পালিয়ে মানে যেটা যেটা মানে এই যে ঘুড়িটা কি হলো? প্রথমে হারিয়ে গেল না? এই যে রানওয়ে মানে হচ্ছে যেটা আর তোমার কন্ট্রোলে নেই, সেটা এসকেপ করে গেছে তোমার কন্ট্রোল থেকে,
মানে
সেটা
স্যার যেটা আউট অফ রিচ হয়ে যায়।
out of reach, which you lose. Very good. Which is deserted, which has escaped, which is in certain other synonyms could be like fugitive, refugee. These are all runaways. They are different synonyms of
which cannot be get back, এটা হতে পারে তো?
which you cannot get back then, definitely. পরে হয়তো খুঁজে পেলে, কিন্তু সেই মুহূর্তে সেটা তুমি আর you are not getting that back. You have lost it. Yes, good. So the runaway kite, the kite was lost, but something was gained. What was gained? Can anyone answer? The kite was lost, but something was gained. What was gained?
Sir, Sipur SSPS.
Yes. What's your name? What's your name?
Rajdeep Das.
Rajdeep, can anyone else answer this question in your class? Anyone else? Just in their own words. You don't have to tell me in a very academic, bookish language. Anyone? Yes, please. Rajdeep?
Sir, should I say it? Because I don't think there's one to answer.
Okay, Rajdeep. Yes, please go ahead.
So as per the story, the kite was lost, but it gained the writer and their family new relatives.
Yes. New relatives were gained, new relationships were gained. Very good. Very good. That's great. Please sit down. Please sit down. Now, I have a question. Like these children, they were living in a small island. Do you consider yourself also, despite living in families, in societies, in a small locality, to be lonely islands? How many of you consider yourself to be lonely islands? Yourself, I'm talking about. Anybody who considers yourself to be a lonely island? নিজেকে একটা দ্বীপের মতন মনে হয়। মানুষ, অন্য মানুষ তোমাকে বুঝছে না, তারা তোমার সঙ্গে সঠিকভাবে তোমার সঙ্গে সম্পর্ক রাখতে পারছে না, তুমি চেষ্টা করছো কিন্তু পারছে না, এরকম কারো হয়েছে? Anyone? Anyone? বা তোমার হয়তো হয় না, বা ওই রকম কাউকে দেখেছো, বা এরকম কেউ? Boys don't talk. Shipur boys. শুধু রাজদীপ উত্তর দিচ্ছে, তোমরা দিচ্ছ না, and you are continuously talking. Don't do that. Yes. শ্রীরামপুর গার্লস থেকে কেউ বলবে এই রকম একটা মানুষ যে দ্বীপের মতন সবার থেকে বিচ্ছিন্ন, তোমরা কাউকে দেখেছো? ক্লাসের মধ্যে কেউ যে খুব একাকী থাকে, মেলামেশা কম করে?
I don't feel, sir.
Acha, you feel all of you are connected. You all have, okay, that is good. You all are connected. You are in friendship. You are in relationship. You have connections. But deep inside, do you have a lone self, like a self which you feel only you know about it? Do you have? Yes or no? I'm asking the boys also. তো তোমার কি কখনো মনে হয় যে এমন একটি মানুষ তোমার মধ্যে আছে যে মানুষটি সম্পর্কে কেউ জানে না?
Sir, I think we all have, there is a one piece in ourselves that is very only, we know that.
That is good.
We are unable to express that.
What is
Sometimes,
that? I know, very good. That you agree that there is a self which is very lonely, or which is alone in yourself, which
Yes, sir.
you only know about it.
Yes, sir.
What kind of impression do you have about that self? ওই সেলফটা সম্পর্কে তোমার ধারণা কি? আচ্ছা, তোমার নামটা বলো। What's your
Sir,
name?
Opala Dotto.
Others, please sit down. অন্যরা বসো। Opola, stand. Okay, Opola, please complete that.
Sir, about myself, I would
The
like
self,
to,
not the total self. I'm talking
yes,
about
sir,
the
about
lone self.
that lonely part. I would like to say that sometimes it's kind to people and myself too. Sometimes it's so rude to myself. Even sometimes it's vulnerable.
Okay, it is vulnerable, it is very rude at times, it is also kind at times.
Yes, sir,
It's a
and sometimes over emotional.
very emotionally charged, over emotional being.
Yes,
Very good, Apola. Thank you so much. Please sit down. Please sit down. We'll hear from the other girls also about their lonely self. But before that, I want to go to Shipur also to find out that do you have such kind of a self? You can tell me in Bangla also. যে তোমার এমন একটি মানুষ তোমার মধ্যে আছে যে মানুষটাকে আর কেউ চেনে না, শুধু তুমি চেনো। Can anyone tell me?
Sir, I do think I have such a personality deep
Oh, you
inside
have
me.
such a person in you too. Yes. And can you describe that person? What kind of a person is that?
I think, sir, sometimes the things I do are misunderstood by others, and I sometimes feel lonely because of it, and I cannot describe it to others since it's just kind of hard to do so.
Very good, very good. I like it. You say that the people misunderstand that self of yours. They are unable to understand that self of yours. But do you consider that self is very important part of yours, or it is secondary?
So it is a vital part of my existence, since only my inner personality is the closest to my actual personality.
Very good. That the inner self, that lonely self is very close to you and very dear to you. And it is very important. And you feel that it is also a very significant part of yourself. Thank you very much. Please sit down. Now, there are two very important objects. Another, apart from the kite, boys don't talk. ঘুড়ি ছাড়া আরো একটা ইন্টারেস্টিং আর্কিটেকচারাল ইয়ে আছে ওখানে, যেটা ওই গল্পটার মধ্যে, which has a very important symbolic importance in the story. It has got a symbolic importance in the story. What is that? আরেকটা অবজেক্ট আছে. There is another architectural.
Sir, Sipur SSPS.
Shipur SSPS. Okay, tell me.
Sir, the author's aunt wrote to his father.
The
To her father.
letters, all the letters, like, you know, the letter that was stuck on that kite, and also the letter that the aunt later wrote. So letter is another a very important object, significant object in the story, which plays a very vital role. Continue, Shipur.
So the letter played a very vital part in the story, as the letter allowed the aunt of the author to know where their family resided, and
Where her brother was living with the children. That is what she comes.
allowed them to travel there.
Yes. Travel there means the father goes back and brings them, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So very good. The letter. Please sit down, Shipur boys, the girls from Srirampur girls. My question is, anyone else, not Apula, someone else, please answer this question. The question is letters. I have been discussing letters with you for long. I remember discussing Tagore's letters, Swamiji's letters. So what is the importance of letter in the story? We have already understood from what Rajdeep had said. Now tell me, in general, how do you look at letters? How do you look at letters? How letters are important for you? Tell me. Srirampur girls.
Sir, before
Yes. Tell me.
before phone was discovered, it was the letter through which we got to know each other. We got to know how was our family. So I think letter was more important than anything else before. But as now phone is discovered, the importance of letter is decreasing, I think. But it does actually have very importance, yes, it actually makes a very good impression about how our personality is or what we think from the deep down of our mind. So I think
If I give you a choice that
Yes.
I'm going to write a text message to you, WhatsApp, or I'm going to write a letter to you, what would you prefer and why?
sir, actually there I would prefer both, but the situations might be different, because
Okay.
if I need to reach the message in a hurry, if it's urgent, then I will obviously use the text message. And if it's about emotion, if it's about I want to get the culture back again, then it's the letter, obviously, sir.
And don't you think letters are more permanent, like it stays with you for a longer period of time?
Yes, obviously, answer, it carries the emotion, as we have our own handwriting, our own feeling, and what we type in the text message is just I think it's so robotic. It's not our actual emotions, but
Yes.
in later we actually write it, and that's our actual emotion, I think. And when we write it by pen, I think it's what we write from the deep down of our mind, from the depth of our mind, sir.
Yes, when we write it with our pen, there is a human touch to it.
Yes,
But
sir.
when we write with machines, there is a mechanical machine language that is being used. The human touch is missing, or it is less, very,
Yes,
very
sir.
less. Very good. Thank you so much. What's your name?
Nilabja Pal.
Nilabja.
Nilabja, yes, sir.
Yes, very good, Nilabja. Thank you so much. Please sit down. See, almost we have revised the entire thing. We will go for the next chapter next day because you have already done it. I wanted to do a critical study. There is another, the time is almost, yes, the time is up. We have already kind of crossed 2 more minutes. But I have a last question. Apart from the letter, apart from the kite, there is another object also, which is not directly related to the story, but it plays a very significant role. What is that? It's a building.
So the Big Half Moon Lighthouse.
The lighthouse. Why the lighthouse is important? Can anyone tell me? Why is the lighthouse important?
So
Lighthouse. What does lighthouse do?
So the lighthouse guides ships around when it's dark and foggy.
Yes, and don't you think the lives of these people were stuck in the island?
Yes, sir.
And there was this different kind of a light which emanated and showed them some direction.
Absolutely.
Very good. So the lighthouse, do you think lighthouse played an important role in the story?
It did, sir.
Very good. Thank you. Please sit down. Srirampur girls, do you want to add anything on lighthouse? Otherwise, we will wrap up today's class because it's already time. Anyone wants to add something on lighthouse? Like, what is lighthouse? What does lighthouse tell you about? Like, forget about the story. If you are talking about a lighthouse, you must have seen, if you have traveled to Puri or Digha, into the distant corners of these places, there are lighthouses, and you've seen it. So what is the impression that you have about lighthouse?
Yes, sir. I think the lighthouse is the source of light among the darkness, which shows the actual path to a ship, that which path is correct for that. And
It gives you direction. It gives you direction, isn't it? Yes.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. It shows the right direction to the ship.
Very good.
Or
Thank
boat.
you, Nilabja. And the other girl wanted to add something. You wanted to add something? The girl who is sitting down? Yes, yes, yes. You wanted to add something?
Sir, I think, I don't know if it's correct or not.
Please
When
go ahead.
the lighthouse, with the lighthouses, someone is drowning down in the water, and
Okay.
drowning in the water, and if the light, who is directing the light, if he can say it, so we can save the person.
Okay. At night, if you feel, suppose a person is getting drowned, the lighthouse might be able to locate that person and help it out. But that is not the purpose, but still that possibility is there that it might. But lighthouse, actually, you know, the light does not fall in near the beach. It falls far off. It goes towards the depth of the sea where the ships are going. So it shows direction to the ship. But showing direction also means giving life to the ship, isn't it? What is your name?
Sir, Shushmita.
Shushmita. Thank you, Shushmita. Your point was also considerably good, but especially that is not the purpose of lighthouse, but it might help. Hote pare, it might help.
Yes,
But
sir.
yes, but it does save life. ও মানুষের জীবন তো বাঁচাচ্ছে, যারা জাহাজে আছে তাদের তো বাঁচাচ্ছে, তাদের জীবন তো বাঁচাচ্ছে. Yes. Thank you so much. So it was nice discovering this wonderful story, Our Runaway Kite, today, along with the boys from Shibpur and Srirampur. But I want all of you, not only Rajdeep alone, to participate in these discussions. We will go for the new chapter in the next class. Because you have already done Our Runaway Kite, I'm not dealing with it any further. We'll go for the new chapter next day. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir.